These are all the reasons why you don't have energy during the day. You don't have energy to get your work done. You don't have energy to be consistently focused throughout the day, to be dialed in, being able to work on your business or your career consistently without crashing. You probably are experiencing ups and downs in your energy levels, in your mood, all these different things. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about all these reasons why it's very common for people like you to not have energy throughout the day. Maybe you're feeling fatigued, maybe you have brain fog, maybe you have all these different sorts of things that are just bogging you down. You're probably thinking to yourself, why do I feel this way? I'm a pretty healthy guy. I take care of myself. I try to eat healthy. I exercise a little bit. I could probably be a little bit better, but why do I have the energy levels seemingly of a grandpa or an old person, okay? The first reason that you probably have low energy is carbohydrates and improper carbohydrate timing, okay? So one thing that I see that's very common with a lot of people is they're still roughly following that classic American diet of, cereal and breads and, jams and jellies and orange juice and apple juice and things like that in the morning, okay? Let me explain to you what happens when you do that. So when you consume fast digesting carbohydrates like those sugars, those refined grains and breads and carbohydrates, it's gonna send a spike in your blood sugar, okay? And then your body's going to raise insulin. Now, not to get deep into the biology, but essentially what happens is this is going to regulate your blood sugar and your energy levels. And then what happens after that blood sugar spike from what you're eating is you crash and you actually go down to baseline. This is going to create things like low energy, that tiredness feeling that you might have in the middle of the day. You're like, why the hell am I tired and it's noon? I thought I slept pretty good last night, right? Well, that's what's happening. And it's even worse with the more sugary, higher amounts of carbs, faster digesting, right? So you're gonna get much more of a aggressive spike and then a subsequent crash if you do something like chug a tall glass of orange juice versus if you were to eat, a sweet potato or a slower digesting carb, okay? So that's one thing that can massively affect that. The other thing is you'll hear a lot of times, whether you've experienced it yourself, I know I definitely have, and I've seen a lot of other biohackers and men online who talk about the fact that once they eat carbohydrates in a day, whether it's the morning, whether it's midday, their level of mental clarity and alertness goes down. It just drops to some degree. And so what I would always recommend is try to avoid carbohydrates in the morning, and even at that first meal. If you're doing something like intermittent fasting, this can be great for mental clarity and that focus and just feeling alert, getting your most important work done in the beginning of the day. And then when you do have your first meal, keep it, high protein, high fat. Just keep the carbs out and you can save the carbs for later in the day. Okay. Second thing would be the dreaded caffeine crash, okay? If you're like most Americans, most people around the world, you probably consume caffeine. And if you're not consuming it every day, maybe you consume it a little bit here and there. And the problem with caffeine is that once you become addicted, or even once you're having it frequently, essentially what happens in your brain is caffeine is just an adenosine blocker. So adenosine is a sleepy chemical that helps you sort of feel tired. So you're not actually getting any sort of energy from caffeine. All it's doing is it's blocking a sleepy chemical. But what happens when you consistently block this sleepy chemical, your brain has to then counteract this and take into account that it's being blocked, so it produces more. So once the caffeine wears off, then you're in this place where now you have more adenosine than you did before, more of the sleepy chemical, and then you're overly tired and it leads to that crash. So it's another reason why you probably feel that way. I recommend for most people to actually get off caffeine. Now, if you are biohacking properly, tracking data, you understand how to regulate your body's sleep-wake cycle, circadian rhythm, and you're living a healthy lifestyle, you should be able to get off of caffeine and actually have more energy than you did previously. And it should not be that difficult. I've actually done this myself. I made a video on me quitting caffeine. I'll link it somewhere around here if you want to check that out. Okay, the next piece, as I mentioned, is you have a very inconsistent sleep-wake cycle. So maybe one day you go to bed at 10, another day you go to bed at 1 a.m. Sometimes you wake up at 6 a.m. and you go to the gym. Other days you sleep in until 9. It's totally inconsistent. So your body doesn't really know how to optimize. And it's not following your circadian rhythm, which is your body's natural sleep-wake cycle, which is incredibly important for, your sleep timing, sleep quality, etc. And the amount of sleep and the quality of your sleep are the largest determining factors into your daytime energy levels, productivity, focus, your ability to get in that flow state, get things done, get your work done, regulate your mood. So you want to make sure that you dial that in 100%. And I would recommend go to sleep and wake up at the same time every single day. And in addition to that, right when you wake up in the morning, assuming that the sun is out, unless you wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. or whatever, go outside, even if it's cloudy, and get the sunlight in your eyes. It will come through the clouds if it's cloudy or if it's cold. Just go outside and do that. That's one of the best ways for you to set your circadian rhythm and your internal clock, and that's going to help your body realize when it's time to go to bed, and it's going to help you sleep better at night. Okay, the next one is not seeing the sun. This is a common one. I kind of just touched on it, but most people will just be, if you're watching this video, you probably have your own business, you're career focused, you're a hard worker, you're trying to be a top performer, and it's really easy to just sit inside all day and work behind a desk, but then that's not natural. You're not seeing the sun. We are meant to see the sun. Our body, our eyes are meant to absorb the sunlight at different points of the day. That helps our bodies orient and understand what time it is outside. And that helps us go to sleep at the right time, wake up at the right time, have energy at the right time. So our body knows when it's the start of the day, when we should raise certain hormones in our body and be alert. Okay, so I always recommend go outside for at least 20 minutes a day. I don't care if it's cold, if it's freezing or raining. I know it can be difficult, but you got a couple options there. Power through and do it because it's healthy and it's gonna help you in your business and in your work, or move to somewhere where it's sunny all year round. That's what I did. Next one is blue light at night can be tremendously negative for your body, for your brain, and for your sleep. And again, sleep is going to be one of the biggest determining factors of your daytime energy levels, okay? So in our modern world, we have all these different sources of blue light. We have blue light that comes from fluorescent bulbs overhead. We have blue light that comes from our screens, our laptops, our smartphones, our TVs. And a lot of times we're unfortunately absorbing this blue light at nighttime when we're supposed to be winding down, when our bodies are supposed to be, our light is the sun has gone down, so the light is supposed to be less and less, and it really just confuses our body. So one great thing that you can do at night is turn down all the lights in your house. See what is the minimum amount of light that I can have on at my house, like the 1 to 2 hours before going to bed, while still allowing you to obviously get around and do what you need to do without like walking around in the dark. You can purchase those deep red blue light blocking glasses. You've probably seen them in my other videos if you've been following along for a while, but those are going to help block out the blue light. So if you need to do some computer work, if you need to be on your phone or you're watching TV or something like that, that can drastically help to reduce that blue light. Because the thing is, consuming that blue light through our eyes at night is going to block our brain's production of melatonin. Melatonin is our sleepy chemical that helps us get to sleep and stay asleep and sleep well. Okay. The next one is going to be low testosterone. So it's no secret at this point that a lot of men in our modern age, whether it's because we have all these different environmental toxins, because of our food, because of the poison that's in our foods and environments, and all these other sorts of factors, most men have low testosterone. We have below average, or we're just mid-range or low range of the normal levels of testosterone. Testosterone in the body is our vitality, it's our energy, it's our confidence. It helps to regulate our mood, our drive, mentally, physically, sexually. So it's super important to have that, and most men just don't understand how it is to actually boost their testosterone naturally, without using steroids or medication or other things. And there's tons of different things that you can do. So if you want to learn more about how you can raise your testosterone naturally and optimize your hormone levels, book a call with me down in the description. I have a Helix optimization protocol. If you don't know already, that's where I help entrepreneurs and career-focused men to boost their natural energy, improve their productivity and performance, and testosterone as well. So anyways, that's gonna be a huge one, is the testosterone. So you gotta make sure to get that dialed in, make sure you're taking the right precautions to get that sorted out and to be at the high end of the reference range. And the last reason is sleeping poorly, okay? We've already touched on all these other things that affect sleep, but if you're not sleeping for very long, so you're consistently getting 5-6 hours of sleep, you are deficient in sleep. This is going to affect so many different bodily processes and put you in a position that is completely suboptimal for a lot of different vital functions inside of your body, including natural energy production, hormone production, and a myriad of other things. So you need to make sure that you're not only sleeping a long time, 7 to 9 hours per night, hopefully 8 to 9 hours per night, and you're sleeping well. So if you're not tracking your sleep with some sort of fitness tracker, I use an Oura Ring. I think it's one of the most accurate sleep trackers for consumer wearable devices that are currently on the market. I would highly recommend doing that and actually see, are you getting deep sleep? Are you getting REM sleep? REM sleep is incredibly important because REM sleep is more responsible for your brain functioning, your memory, your mental clarity, your energy levels than deep sleep. Deep sleep is a little bit more reparative and restoring for your body, muscles, etc. So take it from me. I used to be chronically deficient in REM sleep. I would sleep a full 8-9 hours and still not even be able to get 30 or 40 minutes a night of REM sleep, which ideally you're getting more like 1:45 to 2 hours a night of REM sleep. Now I have actually completely fixed that, and I posted some screenshots on my Instagram. You can see I literally now can get upwards of 2 hours of REM sleep off of less than 8 hours of sleep. So really important stuff there. So again, look, if this is all overwhelming to you and it's a lot and you need to figure out, hey, I've got a business to run, I got a career, I need to be performing my best, I literally cannot afford to be low energy and fatigued and dragging throughout the day, book a call with me. You should know by now, this is exactly what I specialize in. I can help you. I can help you get a lot better, completely optimize yourself, get rid of all your brain fog, get rid of all your low performance, low testosterone, all those things. So there's a link down below, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for watching. Please comment below if you like videos like this, and comment what other topics and things you want me to touch on. As always, like, subscribe if you haven't already, or if you got value from the video. Thanks for watching this far. I appreciate you. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.